Hey friends, my name is Michelle and thank you for having me. I've been graced with the opportunity to come up here and just share a bit about one of my favorite topics or things that I like to talk about and I like to practice is self-care. What can I say? It all starts with oneself, taking care of yourself, showing up for yourself, and making sure you're the best version for yourself in order for you to be able to show up and be of service to others. As I talk about it, it may sound a little bit self-centered and selfish, but here's the thing. It's more selfish when you're not taking care of yourself, when you are not looking after yourself and not being mindful of your well-being, because we end up getting the scraps and the last bits of yourself. Here's what happens when you're not caring for yourself, when you're not taking care of yourself and you're not minding what is happening around you. You become irritable, your performance is not as great. You start to let yourself go as well, and people around you know that you were not always like this. So when that is happening, it is also a sign, like, wake up and do something about it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, I had to get there to understand why self-care is important and why it's important for me to keep practicing it. It is an everyday thing. Like, it's constantly an everyday thing to practice. When you care for yourself, when you are being intentional about your self-care and your self-awareness, you show up as the best version of yourself to others. You have a clearer mind. You are just energized about doing the mundane things. Well, I'll say that for myself anyway. Like, life doesn't seem as hard physically. It doesn't seem as hard because I'm taking the time to look after myself. And one of the areas, or three of the areas that I focus on, are spiritually, mentally, and physically. These are my top priorities, and I find that helps me to show up as my best self each day. So spiritually, I find being in my word, having devotions, and staying connected with like-minded people, like really focusing on my faith and growing in my faith allows me to take care of myself in that aspect. Mentally, it's minding my thoughts, mitigating stress, and being mindful of the content that I watch, being mindful of the things that I listen to, and also like the kind of conversations that I'm entertaining. What I'm saying is that within self-care, it's more like a lifestyle. Make it a lifestyle, make it easy for yourself, okay? Physically, how I show up or how I practice self-care for myself is getting enough sleep. Sleep is important for me. Also, it's important for me to function. So being in bed early, listening to my body. At times, if I need a nap, I'm not going to be guilty. I'm not going to feel guilty about taking a nap. Why? Because that's what I need. And if I find myself taking more naps than usual, clearly there is something that I need to look into in my life. So what I'm saying again with physical self-care is being aware, having that self-awareness of what's happening to your body, of what your body is telling you, and what are ways to preserve it? So don't ignore the symptoms, don't ignore the signs, because your body will not lie to you. It will never lie to you. I hope that makes sense what is being said, and I believe that we should continue having such conversations. Let's continue to share with our mothers, our brothers, our sisters and friends, the young and the old, and everyone in between, because it's important to look after oneself. It is important to, even by looking after yourself, you are teaching people how to look after you, if that makes sense. By taking care of yourself, by respecting yourself, you're also teaching people that you deserve to be treated with care and respect. So don't compromise on that. Have a good one. Be kind to yourselves and be kind to everyone around you. Ciao.